What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good day. I'm a little bit tired of censorship. I'm tired of internet censorship, tech company bias, tech company rigged algorithms for mainstream media outlets and against independent content creators, whether they be left-leaning, right-leaning, Christian, Muslim, atheist, you name it. They're pretty much censoring everybody, and I want to talk about it in Filibuster because there's a lot of people whose voices are getting censored, destroyed, and it's starting to be reminiscent of a novel, 1984, or a lot of regimes in history where you accuse, some people of censorship, and they do that often, but then there's a huge number of people who are being censored, and I want to talk about everybody. I want to talk about Alex Jones, Infowars, Roseanne Barr, who's basically banned from television. You have Louis Farrakhan, who a lot of people don't like but he's losing his verification on Twitter, and he's also losing his Netflix movie. I'm just asking the question. You have Julian Assange, who's been locked up in an embassy, and he's been 100% accurate on his sources, whereas mainstream media on left and right, whether it be Republican or Democrat, have not been that accurate, and they've leaked a lot of stuff, and they've published leaked materials. So Julian Assange, I'm not quite sure what the deal is over there. Trump liked him during his campaign, and then I think probably has a lot of pressure, so doesn't like Assange, and Assange, he does a lot of stuff, so he's under the spotlight from a lot of different countries. But we're going to talk about all that, and I'm going to filibuster. Let's try to make a splash on Facebook. Let's let them know in a kind manner, because I don't really get censored because I'm not hateful. I mean, they could say I do hate speech and lie. I think one company did, to be honest. I think I got kicked out of my YouTube partnership because it was like the company was like, you know what, he's hateful, even though I'm totally not hateful, as you'll see today. But we're gonna try to make a splash, and I'm just gonna keep going and try to get all over Facebook and just let people know we're tired of the censorship. Don't censor Alex Jones. Do not censor Infowars. And I'm, trying to stay calm. I'm trying to be partly funny today. I'm gonna do a little bit of everything, but I'm very, very serious about this. This is not just about Alex Jones. This is not just about, Louis Farrakhan. This is not just about Roseanne. This is not just about, Julian Assange. This is not just about, some people said talk about Edward Snowden. We could talk about it all. But I want to talk about tech company censorship and bias, because Alex Jones had 1.5 billion views on his YouTube channel, on his YouTube network, and 1.5 billion views. You can say what you want about Alex Jones. Not all of those videos were false or fake. A lot of them were super, super real, which is interesting that they deleted them. This is far beyond a little bias. This is even further than Roseanne losing her show, or somebody losing their Netflix deal, or somebody losing a sponsor here or there. This is full-on 1984 style censorship. They are purging somebody's voice from the internet. So this is a massive, massive deal. This is not just about Alex Jones. I don't care if you don't like Infowars. I don't care if you don't like Farrakhan. I don't care if you don't like Roseanne. I don't care if you don't like Edward Snowden and Julian Assange. We're going to have an honest discussion, especially this new one, because the Infowars one really, really triggered me per se. This is not just, oh, we don't like you. This is a straight up purge off of Spotify, off of Facebook, off of YouTube. I went to go look for Alex Jones's videos, and what do you know? They already have a rigged algorithm on YouTube I've talked about time and time again. It has a top news section that's all the mainstream media, CNN, Fox News, ABC, Washington Post, New York Times. So Alex Jones's videos are literally missing, and then they have themselves talking about Alex Jones. They're rigging history. They're literally, this is what psychotic regimes do. They manipulate history, delete people, and then fill in their voice with their own voice. Alex Jones was a really bad person. Alex Jones, I'm going to talk about everything, so if you don't like Alex Jones, it's okay. Stay tuned. If you don't like Roseanne Barr, it's okay. Stay tuned. You might like Julian Assange. Maybe you don't like Julian Assange. It's okay. Stay tuned and have a conversation. Hear me out. We'll all say what we feel. But this is going past the point of I don't like them, I don't agree with them, to the we're going to ruin their voice, destroy their voice, and then put our voice in their place. So we're going to go for a minute. I got a coffee. I have a water. I have Zico, and you want to stay for this live stream. I'm going in there. We're talking real. I got the coffee, I got that, and then if you could hear, I got a piano too. So we'll see how long we'll go. Maybe I'll get tired after 45 minutes. Maybe we'll go for hours. I don't know. I might go for 24 hours. I might pull a Rand Paul and just try to filibuster till Facebook shuts down. So we'll see how far it goes, but I got some activities Probably gonna have to use the bathroom at some point, but overall, jokes aside, fun aside, listen, really, really listen to what I'm saying and tell your friends and just get them, even if they don't like Alex Jones, they could hate Trump, love Trump, I don't care. Maybe they love Farrakhan because they're part of the Nation of Islam and they hate Trump. Let them listen to this live stream. Maybe they don't like Farrakhan because they like Roseanne Barr and they're Jewish. Let them listen to this live stream. You feel me? Because there's something going on. And Alex Jones, people, I'm going to get all into it, but people always say, do you like Alex Jones, Anomaly? Do you like Alex Jones? Alex Jones said he was the tip of the spear, which means if they come for Alex Jones first, which he is the first one, you have to understand about Alex Jones is he's getting sued already. Okay, you don't need to take his YouTube channel down. He's in lawsuits. He's in lawsuits with parents from Sandy Hook. He's in lawsuits with news agencies. He's in lawsuits with billionaires who, fund countries and manipulate elections. Alex Jones is already in a bunch of lawsuits. It's not like he doesn't have problems. So let's let this free system work and not just delete his voice. And I'm extra, extra upset because Alex Jones, regardless of what you want to say about him, inspired me at a young age. So with no Alex Jones, you have probably no Anomaly in my full form. I'm not saying I'm completely like Alex Jones. Clearly people here, a lot of my people, I don't like Alex Jones. And I'm like, you don't have to. But I'm just telling you, Alex Jones is a seed planter. Alex Jones has been questioning things for 20, 30 years, and he's not always right. He'll tell you himself he's not always right. He's actually said in his live stream, he said, I'm on point 70% of the time. I was like, he's self-aware. He knows that he's not always on point. But Alex Jones was calling out George Bush when no one was calling out. They say, Alex Jones is just a... See, that's why they want to delete Alex Jones, so they can make the story that's not true. Alex Jones is Alex Jones. You don't need someone else to tell you the story. You'll figure it out for yourself. But now, you can't find Alex Jones's videos on the internet, but you could find people talking about Alex Jones. So it's like, we're gonna put a blindfold and we're gonna put duct tape over Anomaly's mouth, and then we're gonna see what CNN and Fox News and Washington Post think about you and Republicans who want to pretend like they're better than you. It's like, that's what it's equivalent to. So let Alex tell his story. He's the alt-right. Alex Jones is a racist. Trump supporting. No, Alex Jones is a revolutionary American, one of the most important journalists of our era. I'm not saying he's always on point. I'm not saying he hasn't made mistakes. I'm not saying he doesn't have his issues, but he's one of the most important journalists in United States history because he pushed the boundaries when no one pushed the boundaries, okay? Alex Jones was out there in Bohemian Grove and calling out George Bush, saying he's working with the Federal Reserve and the CFR. That's Alex Jones. That doesn't sound very right-wing to me. Name a right-wing person who's doing stuff like that. He's a real journalist who has questions that other people don't have. And he has statements that other people won't say. And that's why I say, let Alex Jones be Alex Jones. Let Donald Trump be Donald Trump. Let Roseanne Barr be Roseanne Barr. Let Louis Farrakhan be Louis Farrakhan. Let Julian Assange be Julian Assange. And let everyone be everyone. I'm tired of the censorship. I'm tired of the fake hate speech laws that only apply to some people. We don't want Farrakhan to say that on the right, on the left, Nation of Islam, and we don't want Roseanne Barr to say that because she's Jewish and we think she's right-wing even though she's not. And we don't want Alex Jones to say that because we say he's a right-wing alt-Nazi and he's really not. He's like literally, everybody I know. I'm not saying everybody I know. I don't want to exaggerate here. But like, people know Alex Jones, okay? Alex Jones is good in the hood. That's all I'm going to say. People know Alex Jones. Latinos know Alex Jones. Black people like Alex Jones. People who have a lot of money like Alex Jones, of all ethnicities. People who are just, working class people on the grind, like everyday people, love Alex Jones, man. Alex Jones is good in the hood. So any fake statement of who is, people know who Alex is. People know his information. Not everyone likes him, but everybody knows he's way more of the real deal than the mainstream media. And these are the very, very sick games. Like Trump said, to be honest, I don't even want to get political because I want everyone to hear me out. But Trump said, I call you the enemy of the people because these people are sick and dangerous. I mean, is he really lying? That's all I'm going to say, because these are the games they play. They rig the algorithm, even with Alex Jones there. I've said this a bunch of times. I'm going to keep saying it. You could look into it yourself. It's the truth. The algorithm is already rigged on all of the social media against us, against Alex Jones. Maybe not me as much, to be honest. God bless Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. I'm nice. I put out good energy. I don't hate as hard as Alex Jones. To be honest, he gets a little nasty sometimes, so I don't really get censored. That's why I say much love Mark Zuckerberg, much love Jack. I'm not a hater. Talk to me. I have a pulse on the people, so have a conversation with me and stop bullying and banning my friends and hating on my friends and hating on really great people in America who are, the core backbone of this country. Stop hating on my friends. That's what I'll say to them, but I don't really get censored. But Alex, all right, even without me getting censored on YouTube, the algorithm is rigged against me. There's a top news section, so CNN, Fox, Washington Post, New York Times, ABC, NBC, basically 85% liberal content, 15% Fox content. And now they're giving Shepard Smith special deals because he's like a liberal CNN host on Fox News. So it's like, they're like, oh, we got Fox News. They're trying for the complete total control of information. Let's not sugarcoat it. They have ABC, NBC. It's all in one direction. Alex Jones is someone who goes in a different direction. Roseanne Barr is somebody who goes in a different direction. Julian Assange goes in a different direction. Louis Farrakhan, love him or hate him, goes in a different direction. They don't want people getting out of line, folks. It has nothing to do with Alex Jones. Has nothing to do with the Sandy Hook situation, because I get it. Alex Jones said that something that people wouldn't say about Sandy Hook and might have made an overstatement that was totally false and fake. And now the parents are suing them. Guess what? Let him get sued in court. That's fine. Let the legal system play out. Alex Jones can handle the lawsuits. He's got sued hundreds of times. He's not worried about that. He's got millions of dollars, a bunch of lawyers, hundreds of thousands, probably lawsuits every single day. But he's like, that's fine. It's like arrows fighting off him. He's like, I got it. Let the legal system play out. If you really, because what they don't want you to know, what Alex says a lot also, is that he doesn't lose very many lawsuits. And I don't know if this is true or not. You could do legal search and find out. I'm not defending him on something I'm not 100% sure about. But they sue Alex Jones to make the headline, Alex Jones is getting sued. So then I asked my friends, I'm like, hey, what do you know about Alex Jones? And like 80% of them are like, oh, he's that guy who got sued because he's playing a character. He's fake. And I'm like, no, that's not true at all. But they put like an organized attack out about Alex Jones. Oh, we sued him, so he's got a lawsuit and he's such a terrible person. Meanwhile, a lot of these lawsuits, Alex Jones is not even losing because they're not even real lawsuits. They're lying about the lawsuit. They're lying about the content of the lawsuit and how much credibility their side of the argument is. A judge looks at it and says, you know what? Alex Jones is a little wild, but there's nothing illegal here. He didn't say anything that you said he said. And then the lawsuit gets dropped out of court. And then what happens? People believe the lie and the truth remains unverified. And that's why it's important for people to have these conversations. Someone said Joe Rogan needs to have Alex Jones on. Joe Rogan absolutely needs to have Alex Jones on. Joe Rogan needs to have Anomaly on. That's a game-changing conversation that Joe Rogan needs to make happen. He definitely needs to get Alex Jones on in his time of need right now. But people need to understand this is not even about Alex Jones. It is about Alex Jones, and that's why I'm telling you what a legend Alex Jones is. Regardless, do I think everything he says is perfect? No, I think he misleads and exaggerates so much, and I'll say it to people when I think it happens, but I'm not going to hate on him. And I'll tell you one more thing before I talk about everyone else. You could tell a lot by what somebody sells their audience, okay? Alex Jones, regardless of what you think of his message, regardless of what you think of his attitude or whatever, he sells water purifiers, holistic medicine, survival kits like food if your electricity goes out. He sells all usable things. You can go to the Infowars.com store. Sounds like an Alex Jones ad. It's not. I'm just being real. You can go to that store and find good vitamins and minerals, good stuff for your body, holistic things that like every single, vegan girl will tell you, ooh, do this, do that, do that. Alex Jones has all of that stuff, okay? He's got water purifiers. I'm not afraid to say, because I've said it multiple times. I won't say afraid because that word I don't even like to put in my vocabulary, but I'm not embarrassed or hiding the fact that I have Alex Jones Infowars' product. I'm proud of it without being too prideful, because pride is one of the 7 deadly sins. You don't want to be too proud. But I have a shower head from Alex Jones because it works good. It's from Pro Pure, okay? And it filters like chlorine and a lot of stuff you don't want in your hair and on your body. It filters it out of the water. I mean, where do I get that? Do I get it on Infowars store, or do I get it on CNN or even Fox News or NBC? No, you'll never see that, because they sell cars and clothes you don't need and lipstick you don't need and politicians you certainly don't need and pills and pills and pills and lawyers and pills and cereal that's made of, pure trash and toxic for your body. It's like sugar. It's like, oh, it's fruit puffs and there's no fruit in it. It's literally all high fructose syrup and corn syrup. That's what they sell. Alex Jones sells water purifiers and pills. So you're silencing, and this is what YouTube is doing and Facebook's doing. They're doling out tens of millions of dollars. Some reports, Mark Dice reported upwards of $100 million. I can personally confirm that YouTube is spending tens of millions of dollars and Facebook is spending an unspecified amount, which is maybe more. They're paying these people who are selling pills. and selling bad food and selling all this stuff. They're paying them millions of extra dollars. They're rigging the algorithms for them. So YouTube is rigged for CNN and Fox, and I'm tired of it. If you're going to do that, stop taking my money. Stop taking Alex Jones's money. Stop censoring people and acting like you're, oh my God, I'm Mother Teresa because I voted for a Democrat. No, you're not. You are reminiscent of 1984, and we're tired of it. That's why I'm filibustering here. They pay these people who sell all those products. They give them millions of dollars, rig the Facebook algorithm so they come up at the top, and then delete Alex Jones's entire channel. That is psychopathic levels of censorship. You don't censor people who are hateful on the left. They're attacking people. Someone told me, I got to look into it, that Antifa attacked Candace Owens. I got to figure that out. I'm here. Let me know in the comment section. But it's like, you know, what's going on? I can't even talk about that today. There's people attacking people, taking them off of YouTube. Like, what is this, 1984? Are you trying to, oh, we're fighting the Nazis, but we're going to do what the Nazis did. Literally, the Nazis, they you know, implemented extremism, nationalism, socialistic policies. They redistributed things. They put people in camps, took their stuff, gave it to other people. It's like, oh, we want to take your taxes and make universal everything, and we'll take it from you, and then we're going to beat you up, and then we're going to take your YouTube channel, and then we're going to censor you and silence you, and then we're going to rig the algorithm so we're already at the top, and then we're going to make it so we're the only ones can make money, and then we're going to steal your money, and then we're going to delete your entire channel off of YouTube, but you're the Nazi. Remember, if you like Trump, you're the Nazi, not me, who's acting like the Nazi, not, you know, YouTube and Facebook. And I'm not saying they are Nazis. I know that's an overrated comparison that everybody on the left and the right uses. But what do you call these tactics? If I run these companies and I delete Alex Jones, talk trash about him, sell pills, sell food, sell all sorts of toxic materials, destroy his organization and make it impossible for him to make money, take money away from Anomaly, take money away from left-leaning people who are progressive, you know, who tell a little bit of truth, take their money away, demonetize their videos, redistribute it to CNN, millions of dollars through a fake news program. This is very, very diabolical stuff. And, you know, someone said Alex Jones is a shill still. I understand people aren't going to like Alex Jones, and you don't have to, but you have to understand there's a reason he's getting censored, and I just don't think it's because of hate speech and pushing the limit. What is pushing the limit? You can't even make a joke that people don't understand now. That's racist. You say something to Maxine Waters, you know, Chuck Schumer. This is like the blind leading the blind, but Chuck Schumer says something to Nancy Pelosi, who says something to, you know, Maxine Waters, and that's racism. Roseanne, that's racism. But, you know, the writer of the New York Times says, oh, they're groveling goblins who need to be underground, and I can't wait till they go extinct. And they're like, no, that's not racism. That's okay. This is the name of the game. And we're going to have a conversation about Alex Jones, Roseanne Barr, Julian Assange, Louis Farrakhan, who people don't want to hear, but they're taking his Twitter verification away. His Netflix documentary can't exist. And whether you like or dislike Louis Farrakhan, here's what I'm going to tell you. Let Farrakhan make a video. Let him tell his story. There's all sorts of profane stuff. And here's where it crosses the line. Whether it be Alex Jones or Farrakhan or Roseanne Barr, is when you go on Spotify and you go on Apple Podcasts, look at all the stuff that's on there. It's not like they eliminated all hate speech. Literally, you go on the podcast. I mean, I'm a hip-hop artist myself. There's rap songs filled with filth. And I'm not here to be like, oh my goodness, don't rap about that. I'm not saying don't rap about it. But let the rappers rap about whatever they want. And they rap about some crazy stuff. That's totally fine. There's podcasts that curse and talk about the most insane stuff. You know, the most extreme sexual stuff, the most extreme violent stuff, the most extreme disgusting, degrading stuff. Like, nothing is off limits on Apple Podcasts. You could find some of the grossest, most disturbing, disgusting mindsets and mentalities in the planet, millions of them, dispersed all over these platforms, and that's totally fine with them. And it should be if you're for freedom. Let them be them. But Alex Jones can't be Alex Jones. Why? Because he's inspiring? Because Alex Jones is strong and uplifting and actually has some energy? He's not just drinking soy, like hunched over in a corner where it's like, oh, I'm a feminist. And then it's like, yeah, you go on tour or whatever. And then Alex Jones is like, stand up for yourself and go hunt for your food. And then they're like, oh, no, he's racist. Like, it's because he's like a real American man. I'm sorry, whether you love him or hate him. And he's not even your normal American, ignorant white guy or whatever, you know, stereotype that they'd have. He's like the real deal. Like, love him or hate him, he's one of the most interesting white American male, cisgendered males that we have. Like, let Alex Jones be Alex Jones. and let Julian Assange be Julian Assange. Have a conversation with Julian Assange. So why'd you cut off Julian Assange's internet connection? How come he's been locked in an Ecuadorian embassy for years and he's really never even committed a crime? They tried to put one on him. It didn't work. He has 100% accuracy. I don't agree with everything that Julian Assange says or does, but why is he getting different treatment than other people? Is he doing some revolutionary stuff that people are going to hate? Yeah, I understand that they had him locked in an embassy for a little while, but, you know, have a conversation with Julian Assange. Figure out what he's doing. Figure out what all news is doing. Figure out what everyone's doing and stop just closing down certain people and putting up one person. And I will say, it's all being masked in liberalism. I am a critic of Republicans. People get mad at me sometimes, but to be honest, most Republicans actually listen to me. There's like a new wave, new energy in the Republican Party, and the people are better than the news says. So God bless everyone that's Republican that listens. God bless the progressives and the independents. I'm here. I'm glad you're here. But this is the type of stuff that they're masking in liberalism. I'm not saying conservatives and Republicans are perfect, but all of this fascism, all of this censorship, it's being brought, similar to what Ronald Reagan said. He had a quote about it, to be honest. If fascism ever comes to the United States, it's going to be masked in liberalism. It's happening now. Why are they getting away with it? Because you have LeBron James. Oh, everything is racist, so I could be wrong. Yeah, I get it, LeBron. I get that people have done things and this happened and that happened. I'm not saying you have to think like I think, but when you use that as a mask to push an agenda that makes absolutely no sense, then it's like, okay, you built a school, that's great. It's not free. Taxpayers are funding for it, just to be honest. I'm not saying it's not bad, but that's just the truth that the media is not really reporting. But anyway, in general, so everyone needs to be held accountable. There's not this like, oh, LGBT, black. And I have love for black people, and that's why the black support, raised like 15-16%. There's a mass awakening going on in all of our communities where we're coming together, and the news doesn't want to talk about it, but they don't really care about black values and black culture or anything good about, black American history or anything that you'd want to conserve and protect. They use the past, they use the negativity, the stuff that any decent person is trying to purge from our society, the racism, the horribleness, the evil in any sort of way. But they're using that stuff. They're using women and children. Oh, we have women and children by the border and black people and LGBT and transgender. Yeah, that's great. I know that, certain groups of people need to be stood up for. But they use them as a mask to push this agenda of censorship. So why do they justify Alex Jones being taken down? And I just told you the whole key. This is the whole key legend. You can solve the whole puzzle at this point. Why is Alex Jones? Oh, because the Sandy Hook kids. Tragedy, women, moms, dads, children. Okay? I'm not saying it's great. I'm not saying it's right. Sue him if you want to sue him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say what Alex Jones says. To be honest, Alex Jones does go too far sometimes. That's why he gets sued all the time. He goes to the extreme. I'm not saying don't hold him accountable, but don't delete his whole channel because it doesn't make sense. And it's totally one-sided, and they use women and children. Why is Louis Farrakhan being taken down? Oh, well, hate speech. He's being mean towards this group or this group, and he's racist. Louis Farrakhan's racist against white people. He hates certain religions. So censor Louis Farrakhan. That's fine. Okay, yeah, for sure. Alex Jones. And then Trump is racist, so he's got it. We can't ever talk good about him. Okay, now it kind of just seems like you're purging certain sides of the debate. Roseanne Barr is racist, so we got to take her show away. Okay, well now, that was the only conservative type show that was like it wasn't even conservative. It was like middle of the road, make fun of everybody. Okay, well now we don't have that. So you see it's like closing like masked in liberalism going 95%, 96%, 97%. Oh, Julian Assange said that. Yeah, okay, well there goes Julian Assange and there goes Alex Jones. And then, the people you start to go and you're like, oh man, Jimmy Dore, Jimmy Dore's left-leaning progressive. He loves socialism like I do. He loves Bernie Sanders, and, Jimmy Dore really wants high taxes and, universal everything, aka, socialism. But then he gets censored. And then, wait a second, I thought he agreed with me because it's not really about you. Just going to be honest. This is like the blunt truth that they don't want. They tell you everything's for you. And I give you the world. I give you all my energy. I give you all my love. I'm not saying you don't deserve it all. But it's not all about you. They don't actually really care about you or consider your community as much as they claim to care. And this is a society that they've brainwashed people to think it's all about them. Your reality tunnel is all about you for sure. You're living your life and it's all about you, but you're in a, universal system and a structure and whatever you want to call it. There's other laws that no humans can control. There's energy, there's, vibrations, there's racism, religions, and power structures. So when it all comes down, when you pull the microscope away, it's really not all about you. But they'll tell you it's all about you. It's about your race. It's about your sexuality. It's about this. And then they start to chip away at the people telling the truth, the people going the furthest out there, the realest transgenders, the realest conservatives, the realest black people in the black community, the realest people in the Latino community, the realest people that are, doing news analysis. And then it's like, okay. And then eventually it gets to you. And this is far past the line. This is way, way further than it needs to be as far as, oh, well, maybe it's not that. No, it is that. I mean, purging Alex Jones from all platforms. Was there a trial? Was there any sort of communication with the people? No, because they never have communication with the people. Did you ever? You talk about Trump dividing the nation, and Trump could do things better for sure to unite people, whatever, but did you ever once say the news say, hey, this is how Trump supporters really feel, millions of people, this is how people who hate Trump really feel, let's even, try to have a conversation and be like, not so mean to that side, not so mean to that side. Let's try to, you'll never see it because they don't actually want you to get along. Why do you think this doesn't help these communities that it claims to help? Donald Trump is racist and everybody who likes him is sexist, and Don Lemon said he's a racist, sexist, xenophobic, and everyone who likes Donald Trump, they're horrible, terrible people, and they're just horrible. And then you have the other side who either if you're on that side, you think, oh my God, these people are horrible, terrible, demonic people, or if you're on that side, you think you're the savior of humanity. So you're like, oh my goodness, I'm such a good person. I'm purging the bad people out. It's a divide and conquer mentality, and it's a total trap. And then, oh, I'm a victim, so everything is all about me, and the world needs to be perfect and treat me like a sunshine and a sunflower and roll out the red carpet every time I walk around. And anytime someone's mean to me, it must be prejudice. No, a lot of people are terrible because we're confined in this fake structure. Everybody's upset, everyone's mean and mad and has a lot of stress. So it's beyond even that, but they get people in this mentality and this mentality, and the two mentalities, whether you believe one or the other is right, they can't coexist because they're two conflicting mentalities. You have one that's prosperous, independent, I control my destiny. I don't want your help. I don't need your help. Just stay out of my way and let me do me. It's literally freedom and prosperity, and that's, people's mentality like Alex Jones, Donald Trump, myself, Candace Owens, Kanye West. It goes even deeper than politics. It's this mentality of, I can do it. I'm not a victim. I've gone through a lot. My life's been hard. Kanye, Candace, myself, probably not so much Trump, who's pretty wealthy, but I'm sure he had his own struggles too. But it's like we accomplished a lot. We had to overcome 50 million obstacles to get to this spot. And that's fine. But we don't want to talk about it all day. I don't want to talk about how terrible certain aspects of my life were. Oh my God, I struggled for a while. Like, yeah, that's great. Didn't we all struggle? We had bad times. There were some lows. Everything was not put to me on a silver spoon. But I got here. I'm happy. I'm blessed. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the blessings and the bad moments. That's our mentality. Then you have this other mentality that is, the world is an evil place. It's racist. Everyone's sexist. If someone doesn't disagree with me, they're xenophobic. I'm at a disadvantage, so I need special programs, and I need special service, and I need certain things that get me into school out of other places. And like LeBron James said on CNN, this is why Donald Trump got so mad. Not because he's racist, because he has an alter mindset. He has the I'm going to make it regardless mindset. And LeBron James is telling everybody, no matter what you do, this is like, it really happened on CNN. LeBron James paraphrasing, go watch the whole thing yourself. LeBron James said, even if you're black in America, you can never get to a certain point. So LeBron James is trying to keep people basically mentally tied up, saying, you could have millions of dollars like me. You could be the biggest thing on TV. They could roll out the red carpet every time you go. LeBron James is so powerful. He's bigger than the coach. He's bigger than the NBA. LeBron James could say the coach is fired and they'll fire the coach. LeBron James is so blessed, has so much power, has so much success. Of course, there's going to be haters and terrible people. They're all over the place. But you could never be happy. You could never be successful in America if you're black and you be like me. Never be happy. Never be grateful. It's never okay. Everybody's racist. Like, that's his message. So he's trying to keep you down. Mine is, yeah, there's terrible people. There's bad moments every day. But at the end of the day, It's a mentality of winning, okay? It's a mentality of, yes, the system is rigged against me. It's rigged against you. If you have a certain color of skin, it's either rigged in your favor or rigged in your disadvantage. And we're seeing that a flip in the United States now, where it's becoming literally rigged against certain people. If you're Asian, you're a minority, but they're a minority that come and just do really, really well, excel at academics. So now they're getting literally racist. Oh, Asians, we need to get Asians out of there and get other races. So it's like in South Africa, in certain parts of the world, because people have this mentality of the I'm going to do it at any cost, and then you have the no, I need high taxes, and the only way to do it is to hand our money to the federal government and redistribute it into programs that never trickle back to us. So it's a whole mindset shift, and these people don't have that mindset, and that's what I want to branch things that no one's going to branch, but that's why Louis Farrakhan and Alex Jones have very conflicting opinions. And this is a great segue. I want to talk about Louis Farrakhan. People are going to get mad, but I don't care. I'm here for the long run. I'm here for the conversations that people don't want to have. But Farrakhan and Alex Jones, two very extreme people who are being censored right now on the internet. Very, very different. You have Louis Farrakhan, Nation of Islam, okay, outspoken. His critics would say he's racist. He doesn't like white people. You know what I'm saying? His critics would say he's anti-Semitic. He doesn't like Jewish people. He's very, very hateful against Jews and, white people. You have Alex Jones, who people would say the opposite. He's a Christian, a super Americanata, like freedom guy. You know what I'm saying? Alex Jones is all pro-Trump. Alex Jones is Christian, so Christian versus Muslim. Alex Jones is all these things that conflict completely. Alex Jones gets called a Zionist because people say that Alex Jones supports Israel too much. Alex Jones also gets called anti-Semitic, so he's in the middle where half the people are calling him anti-Semitic, half the people are calling him a Zionist. It's like Alex Jones can't win. But Alex Jones and Louis Farrakhan have an interview together, and it's magical. You could have watched it on YouTube and millions of views, but now YouTube took it down. You think it's a coincidence? It's, for black people or for women and children? No. They don't want you to see the Louis Farrakhan and Alex Jones interview because they want to tell you who Louis Farrakhan and Alex Jones are. They want to say, this is Alex Jones, this is Louis Farrakhan. Let Alex Jones be Alex Jones. Let Louis Farrakhan be Louis Farrakhan. I want to hear it from their mouth, even if I disagree. Louis Farrakhan, I disagree with all the time. Alex Jones, I'll watch his channel. I'll disagree with him once a week, maybe twice a week. But I want to be able to disagree with him. I don't want them to censor Louis Farrakhan and censor Alex Jones and say, oh, this is what they said. No, it's not what they said. Let them say what they say. Let Farrakhan be Farrakhan. Let Alex Jones be Alex Jones. And it's no coincidence that even though they're Christian, Muslim, Trump, Nation of Islam, you know what I'm saying, anti-Semitic, Zionists, like whatever you want to say, the whole nine, they had a conversation and they actually got along. And they found things that they agreed on. Louis Farrakhan talked about the Middle East. Louis Farrakhan talked about the refugee crisis and even said Trump is actually right in his refugee ban. He says there's a lot of people from those countries that don't like America. So he said it's actually very wise to vet. This is Louis Farrakhan. You wouldn't expect that, but that's the good thing about the internet. You get gems like these until they start deleting them. And Farrakhan has also been very pro Kanye West. Everyone's saying, oh, Kanye West is wrong about slavery lasted 300 years. And Louis Farrakhan, once again, broke the media narrative. And he said, hey, Kanye's my brother. I love my brother. You know what I'm saying? Which, to be honest, it's a very loving, like, those are vibes that draw me in. I'm like, okay, Farrakhan, he's got a little love in there, even though he gets mad sometimes. It's the same with Alex Jones. They get mean, but they're also very loving people. But he's explaining, he's like, even Louis Farrakhan knows that mentality. He might have conflicting religious views with you. You might think Farrakhan's racist or whatever you want to say. But he has that mindset of like, let Kanye be Kanye. I know what he's talking about because people are mentally enslaved. Farrakhan says, yeah, I agree. Kanye's right about that because people don't know up from down, left from right. They're being lied to and they don't even know their own history and their present. So it's like, let Farrakhan be Farrakhan. And I want to debunk a few Farrakhan myths as well. I know people are going to get mad, but I'm used to it. A lot of things that they demonize Farrakhan for saying, he never actually said. It's similar to Trump. I'll give you an example. And I'm not saying everything Farrakhan says is perfect. Hear me out. I don't co-sign everything Alex or Farrakhan says. I'm telling you about these specific instances and why I think that they should not be censored. But Farrakhan was under heat and got, maligned by the, especially conservative press, but also Jake Tapper and CNN too. Farrakhan got maligned for saying satanic Jews, okay, which is, you know, a mean thing to say, the satanic Jews, okay, I get it, that's anti-Semitic, it's hateful, it's nasty, so he got censored. It's like Trump saying, you know, Mexicans are rapists and criminals. Like, that's what everyone heard. Oh my God, Trump said rapists and criminals. You know, Farrakhan said satanic Jews. But if you listen to him actually explain it after, I'm not saying, you know, I have so much love for Jewish people. I have so many Jewish friends. People in Israel show me love because I'm honest about Israel and Palestine. I tell both sides of the story instead of one side. So they love me in Israel. They say, Anomaly, you know, thank you. So I'm not hating on Jewish people. You know, I have a lot of great Jewish friends. But when Farrakhan's fully explaining, he said, I'm not saying all Jews are satanic. Farrakhan had a breakdown and he explained, there's Jewish people who have changed the course of society more than other people. Farrakhan says there's a lot of amazing Jewish people who did stuff that I can't even do. He's like, I have love for, you know, good Jewish people. But then Farrakhan said, but there's also a certain group of Jews that I think are satanic. And to be honest, you could talk to Jewish people. I have Jewish friends that think the same thing. They're Jewish, but they think there's certain Jewish people that are satanic and evil. And I mean, it's not, you know, it's not hard to see. And I don't have that type of vibe. I don't think people are satanic. I just don't agree with them. But I do know people that are Jewish and Christian who are like, those people are satanic. Those people are satanic. They're satanic Christians. They're satanic Jews. They're satanic Muslims. Like, that's a common thing in certain communities of them. People they don't like, they think they're satanic. So when Farrakhan says it, he gets deleted off the face of the planet. But when the mainstream media lies or left-wing people say certain things that are racist and anti-Semitic, they let it slide. You know, there's people that are calling for the destruction of Israel. They want Israel to not even exist and, you know, Jerusalem to be in the hands of Palestine. And I'm not here to get into that debate, but just hear out what I'm saying, because that's a whole nother debate that just everyone gets mad at. But these same media sources that claim that Louis Farrakhan is anti-Semitic, they push material that basically says, like, destroy Israel. So it's like, you're so not against anti-Semitism that you constantly publish articles that are saying, you know, F Israel, F Netanyahu, we're not going to tell what the Palestinians were doing, what the Jews were doing. We're just going to tell it through the scope of, like, Jewish people sniping Palestinians at the border. But then you read down to the article, and I'm just being honest, even if you're pro-Palestine, this is just what's going on in certain news publications. You know, I stay out of it, but they're saying, oh, Israel killed, and then you read the story and they're like, oh, they were running at the border and, like, throwing Molotovs at the border. So it's like, hey, go to any country, go towards the border of the country and start throwing Molotov cocktails and running towards the border, you might get shot, especially Israel. Like, you know, United States, we're probably nicer and we arrest you and then, you know, liberals fight for your causes in the U.S. But in other countries, they got conflicts. I mean, Syria, Libya, there's some really crazy stuff going on in the world. So it's like the big scoop. The big scoop is not that Louis Farrakhan had a bad opinion about Jews or an opinion that hurt people's feelings. The big scoop is like the Israel-Palestine conflict, and that's something that either never gets talked about or gets talked about in a lopsided manner, one way or the other. So it's like, let Farrakhan be Farrakhan. I'm not saying what he said was right. I'm not saying that Jewish people can't be mad. You can say, Anomaly, I don't like Farrakhan, and I think that was anti-Semitic. That's fine, but let him be that, and let Farrakhan be held accountable for his words. You hear what I'm saying? Let Alex Jones be Alex Jones. Let him make mistakes and say things that are wrong, but let him face the consequences either in court or in person. Don't censor and delete him and then make up this whole fake story, because they don't want you to hear Louis Farrakhan talk. Because if you hear Louis Farrakhan talk to somebody like Alex Jones, you might realize, oh, you know what? I don't like Louis Farrakhan. I don't agree with him per se, but he's not wrong about that, you know, or he's not wrong. Same with, I played a Colin Kaepernick clip. Everybody on my page, oh my God, Anomaly, Colin Kaepernick needs to stand up. I say let Colin Kaepernick be Colin Kaepernick, okay? I'm not lopsided, oh, Anomaly's right wing. Nah, let Kaepernick be Kaepernick. You don't have to always agree with him. He can make mistakes. He can diss the country. He can get fired. Now he can't find a job. That's good old American freedom. He said too much. Now he can't work, just like the rest of us. But, you know, overall, let Colin Kaepernick be Colin Kaepernick, because Colin Kaepernick, he might say something. You know, he said that stuff in my later video. Scroll down on my page. It's going viral right now. You know, not to boast, but, you know, I want to keep it low. It's almost got 250,000 views. We got like 150 million views here, 200 million views. Every week videos are going viral. It's like fresh off the press. And I just say that with all love, because it's like, you know, while they're deleting Alex Jones and deleting other people, we got to keep the block hot. Keep the good vibes out there. Keep the good people protected. But overall, this is the type of stuff that they're doing. They don't want you to see what Alex says. They want to tell you what he said. They want to tell you what Donald Trump said. They want to tell you who Julian Assange is. They want to tell you this. They want to tell the story of Edward Snowden. Oh, Edward Snowden's so terrible that he can't get let into the United States. Okay, so you're not going to make a video about Edward Snowden, right? And then profit millions of dollars off his, amazing story. That's what they do. Edward Snowden's so bad, he has to stay in Russia. He's not allowed to come to the U.S., but we're going to make a motion picture about his life, make tens of millions of dollars, if not hundreds of millions of dollars off of his story, but then make sure that he can get $0 American dollars from America. Is that not sick stuff? I don't care if you think Edward Snowden's the biggest traitor on the planet. I know some people do. That's fine. I'm not saying he's not a traitor. I'm not saying he is a traitor. What I am saying is, how in the world are they going to profit off his name, tell the story of what a cool revolutionary guy he was, and then not even let him in the country? That's some sick stuff. Alex Jones is so terrible, but Alex Jones can't even be Alex Jones. Louis Farrakhan can't be Louis Farrakhan. Roseanne Barr can't be Roseanne Barr. Oh, Anomaly, I don't like Louis Farrakhan. Well, let's talk about someone Jewish who's pro-Israel then. Roseanne Barr, super Jewish, super pro-Israel, one of the most outspoken celebrities for Israel. I'm sure that Louis Farrakhan is super pro-Palestine. I don't know that for sure, but I would assume so. So Roseanne Barr, I thought they were trying to stand up for Jewish people. Oh no, but Roseanne Barr said something, so now she's being mean to Muslim and black. You see what they do? They turn us against each other, and then they make sure that the legends and the most outspoken voices from all our communities get censored to silence so they can tell us what they think. Oh no. That's not what Louis Farrakhan and Roseanne said. Roseanne Barr is anti-Muslim. Louis Farrakhan is anti-Jewish. Blah, blah, blah. No, Roseanne Barr is not anti-Muslim. Louis Farrakhan is not anti-Jewish. What they are is Roseanne Barr is super Jewish, and Roseanne Barr doesn't like what they're doing to Israel, and Louis Farrakhan is super Muslim, and Louis Farrakhan doesn't like what Israel's doing and America's doing. So it's really not hard to figure out. It's not like this deep-seated racism where Roseanne is such a mean, sick individual and she just wants the destruction of everybody, and Louis Farrakhan hates all white people. But maybe he does, I don't know. But overall, it's like, that's their mentality. That, like, you don't have to cloud it. Just let them say their piece and then have a conversation. So Roseanne Barr, they claim to be so up for the Jews, but then Roseanne Barr makes a joke about someone who literally looks like somebody from a movie. I mean, it's definitely, yeah, it might be mean, it might have historical prejudice, might be the most terrible and racist thing in your view, and I'll give you that view. That's why, I don't make fun of people's appearance. I don't make fun of people's religion and gender. I try to be funny, though, to be honest, and I stand up for comedy, but it's not that outlandish of a joke. It's like she has the same exact haircut as the person from that movie. I mean, it could be a dinosaur. It could be like a pterodactyl. It could be, a flower. But if sometimes people say, Anomaly, you look like that tree, or you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I don't get mad. Oh, I think I'm a tree. I get it has historical prejudice, but at what point is it just like, get over it, okay? Not get over history, Anomaly. Don't tell me to get over history, because then I'll focus on the present moment and realize that they're using history to manipulate me to turn against my own people, to silence and censor my own people, my brothers and sisters that have a voice who are trying to protect me. I'm not saying get over it in that sense, but it's like for humor and comedy, everyone needs to get over it. White people need to get over it. Black people need to get over it. Latino people need to get over it. Asian people need to get over it. Indian people need to get over it. Muslims need to get over it. Christians need to get over it. Jewish people need to get over it. Comedy is comedy. It's cruel. It's mean. It's funny. Sometimes it's not funny. Sometimes it crosses the line. But this is free speech. So just like they're going at comedians Roseanne Barr, they're going at Alex Jones because he's the most efficient in his lane. Roseanne Barr was the most efficient comedian, so they censor her. Dave Chappelle is one of the most efficient comedians of our era, so what do they do to Dave Chappelle? Try to search what Dave Chappelle transgender. He'll be in every single feminist website. They're talking trash on Dave Chappelle. But Anomaly, I'm a black activist and I hate, Alex Jones, but I really like Dave Chappelle. Of course you do. We all love Dave Chappelle. But they don't care about the black activism that you care about. And I'm not saying black activism isn't important. I am an activist for all people. I'm an activist for the black community. What I'm saying is they catch you in these illusions and say, oh, I'm fighting for my people. Meanwhile, they're censoring the best people in the black community, the smartest and most efficient people like Chappelle. Now he's hateful and racist and transgender, even though his joke was basically a pro-transgender joke. He made fun of transgenders. He made jokes and definitely pushed the boundaries. But then he said something funny that was pro-transgender. That was, in my opinion, pretty revolutionary. So it's like, I see that joke as a I thought it was a pro-transgender joke, not an anti-transgender joke. And then they say, Dave Chappelle hates the transgenders. Dave Chappelle's such a bad person. They're trying to smear Dave Chappelle's name. Notice they try to smear every single person's name who's a standout in their community. And I just went through it. You know, this is going to be a video. Maybe I'll break it into 5 on YouTube and talk about everybody. Let Alex Jones be Alex Jones. Let Louis Farrakhan be Louis Farrakhan. Let Roseanne Barr be Roseanne Barr. Let Julian Assange be Julian Assange, and at least let him have a voice to fight for himself in court. If you're going to take him to court, let him have a voice. Let him have a platform to let it take itself out. We're going to talk about more people, but I need to take a drink of water real quick, and then I have a piano, so we can, if you guys want, I'm going to read some of your comments for like the next 10, 20 minutes. We'll have a conversation together. Your voice will get out there. I'll chill, and then if we can, I got a song we can do, Lean On Me by Bill Withers. We can do a sing-along, except change the lyrics to talk about the censorship of all my brothers and sisters from all races, religions, genders, and ideologies. Anybody who sticks out and says something that they don't want to hear. So let me know what's on your minds, and then we'll go from there. We'll chill out for a minute. I need to. Take two glasses of water. Woo! Play some piano. I'll play it in a bit. Let's chill for 10 minutes. If I'm really gonna filibuster, to be honest, I don't know how long I could really pull this off. I'm already getting tired. But if we're really gonna just try to be extra today and keep speaking up for people, I need to chill for 10 minutes. We'll do a 10, 20 minute question and answer, or just tell me what you're saying, and I'll repeat some of the stuff you're saying, and then you hear. Then we'll do a sing-along. Someone said Alex Jones is Bill Hicks. Cortez is a vampire. The rule of the internet is never tell people not to do something, then they do it. I told people stop making fun of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and then people do it more. But I gotta learn the rules of the internet. Once you tell people, then you get trolled. So, anomaly, I'm not above the hackers. I'm not above the trolls. That's why I show love to everybody, because I know the trolls will always conquer. That's why the trolls love me, because I don't hate on the trolls. Thank you, John. God bless. Play some Chick Corea, got a match on the piano. Nah, it's coming. I'm just saying. Maybe I'll play maybe we'll get a little something while we're chilling. I need to warm up a little bit, so don't judge too much. Hold on. Anybody know this song? First one to guess this song wins. Who knows what song that is? First one, I'm on like a 15-second delay. So, and I really do have a piano, so just people are gonna be like, maybe I'll lower it when I play. But who knows that song? I'll keep playing it until someone guesses. Someone said Kanye. That's not right, but close. It's no one knows. All right, I'll sing. I'll try to sing the hook a little. All right, it's a really high pitched song. I could sing okay. No, I'm not that great, but it's no. All right, no one guess. I'll give people 10 more seconds to guess. 10, 15 per second. It's a rap song. It's a rap song with somebody on the hook. Okay. All right, so no one's got it. It's Lupe Fiasco. It's called Superstar. It's an old song. Lupe Fiasco featuring Matthew Santos on the hook. Superstar. It's from like 2008, 2009. But if y'all know young Lupe, that's another person, man. Let Lupe be Lupe. Like, Lupe says a lot of stuff that I don't agree with. I think Lupe and me could have a debate about foreign policy and disagree on a lot. But it's like, let the legends be the legends. Let Lupe Fiasco be Lupe Fiasco. Like, what do you get? Take Lupe Fiasco's music off the internet because he doesn't agree with you? Like, that's the type of stuff. Need Alex Jones pro transgender evidence, please. That's what somebody said. No, I was talking about Dave Chappelle. I said I think Dave Chappelle was joking and making fun of transgender people, like he makes fun of everybody. But at the end of it, he was like complimenting them. So I thought it was like a pro-transgender joke. Alex Jones, to be honest, I don't know if there is proof that he's transgender. I think Alex is very critical. Alex Jones is like, you know, he says some pretty wild stuff. I'm not saying I agree with everything he says, but Alex Jones is very vocal against, like, you know, just like he says the water's turning the frogs gay, which there are reports that that's true, like chemicals in the water. People think that's crazy, but whatever. So I don't have evidence that Alex Jones is pro-transgender. I don't know that he is at all. But I'm not going to sit here and lie for him. I don't think he is. But let Alex Jones be Alex Jones. Some people don't like white people and don't like conservative and Republicans, and they're all over the place. You could say I hate white people, so let Alex Jones be like, I don't like transgenders. Make them have a debate, like Ben Shapiro. Or, you know, it's like, hold your own. People got to hold their own. Stand up for people, but don't censor them. All right, I'm going to play another song. We'll guess it. Do you have a YouTube channel? Yeah, I do. Search Anomaly, just like, oh, someone said AC/DC. Search Anomaly on, what am I trying to say? On YouTube, AN0MALY. Let me see if I can bring this down a little. You know what? I don't know if you still can't really see. You still can't see it, but it's all good. We'll do another Guess the Song while we're chilling. And of course, if people just joined or if people are sticking around, thank you for sticking around. I'm gonna try to filibuster. I know people are gonna be like, Anomaly, don't do this, that. It should be shorter. This is a long form version. We're going all day for Alex Jones, Infowars, Julian Assange, Louis Farrakhan, Roseanne Barr, and anybody on the left, anybody on the right, Christians, Muslims, transgenders, straight white males, everybody that's being deleted off the internet. Because remember, folks, they don't care about your community. They're not helping the transgender or the Jews or the Muslims by doing this. What they're literally doing is taking away legendary voices so they can then put out their video and tell you what they say. I don't need someone saying, oh, Anomaly, yeah, tell every rumor that you want about me. Oh, Anomaly does this and that. Yeah, that's fine. I'll destroy everyone because, you know, let's keep it real. I know myself more than anyone knows myself. So you don't need to tell my story. I'll tell my story. You could comment on it and investigate. Oh, my God, Anomaly had a picture with this person. Yeah, great, good story. But anyway, it's like, let me speak for myself. You can't say this is who Alex Jones is and then delete all his stuff and be like, he's like, like, no, you're this person, you're right wing, and he's like, no, I'm not, no, you're right. That's the type of stuff they're on. All right, and it's not okay. It's not okay for a Christian. It's not okay for a Muslim. It's not okay for a Jewish person. And like I said, they're doing it to everybody. They're deleting their channels. Louis Farrakhan's Netflix specials deleted. Why? I want to watch Louis Farrakhan's Netflix special, but guess what? I deleted my Netflix 2 months ago because they started partnering with a bunch of like, you know, Obama's people. And it's like, okay, what is this, a political operative now? So I deleted my Netflix. I've been had to delete my Netflix. I'll watch Louis Farrakhan's interview on YouTube or, you know, donate the money to charity or something, or buy a new shower head by Infowars and a water purifier and some vitamins. Like, get off my back. So we're going to do another guess that song. Rusty, sorry. Whew. No one knows? All right, that's the second. No one knows that song? I'll give people 10 more seconds. Oh, you guys are asking for yeah, Coldplay. There you go. Dawn got it. Winner, Dawn. Prize, I don't know. I don't have a prize, but that was a Coldplay song. But I am a woman, hear me roar. Candace is a blessed hero like Anomaly. I'll talk about that later, or there's a lot of people talking about it, but I got to get to the details. I think, I guess Candace Owens got thrown out of a restaurant or something. They're trying to bring it back to the 1950s, folks. And it's weird because the people being persecuted are actually like the next level mentality people. It's like they're not persecuting the bad, they're persecuting the good people. And they always do it. Coldplay the Scientist, that's correct. All right. We'll do a quick sing along. I need some more Zico water. Sorry, guys. All right, this is. So I haven't played in years. I just got this keyboard, and I'm so busy making videos for you guys. I make like 20 videos a week, and I just want to say too before I start, I film the videos, I produce the videos, I write the videos, or I just freestyle it and I edit the videos. I got the lights, I got the whole setup. I facilitate every single thing. Every single video on WorldCloud, I post, I found it, I formatted, maybe like one, somebody else. And, you know, people give me hints and stuff sometimes. But overall, it's like I'm working around the clock. Things that you don't even see. I'm facilitating things that people don't even know that I facilitated because I'm not stop working around the clock for the people. So thank you to everybody supporting because I'm really, really going hard. And a lot of people, you know, they'll do 5 or 6 videos a year and they're sick and they're great. That's great. Who else does like 200 videos, 300 videos, 400 videos without a whole team? You know, Joe Rogan does hundreds of videos because he's got someone filming and editing. Like, I'm a one-man operation on the most part, just banging out material. I stayed up till 5 a.m. Last night. I filmed the video. I edited the LeBron video. I filmed it at like 10 o'clock, edited it from 12 to 5 a.m., posted it at like 5 a.m. Like, this is the lifestyle I'm on. I don't talk about it that much because I'm too busy, you know, on to the next thing. But that's why I haven't been playing the piano. Because, you know, I barely even have time for games. Like, life is a game, and I'm not playing around. So, on that note, let's do a censorship edition of Bill Withers' Lean on Me. So you guys can sing along, but I might change the lyrics to talk about the censorship of Alex Jones, Julian Assange, Infowars, you know, the whole nine, and Louis Farrakhan, Roseanne Barr. I don't care. Let them speak for themselves. Stop deleting and banning them from everything because I want to hear it from their mouth, not from your mouth. These phony news sources, these media companies that are totally politically manipulated, owned, sold, bought, lying, biased, hateful, nasty, negative, deleting one person for saying it, deleting another person for not saying it, doing this, doing that. You can't do that, I can do that. These are the people and they're not controlling our lives, okay? Because I'd rather listen to Farrakhan, Roseanne Barr, Alex Jones, Infowars, Julian Assange. I'd rather listen to all of them than CNN, Fox News, ABC, NBC, the whole nine, all of you guys combined. I'm just being honest. I like that type of stuff makes me even smarter. So it's like, out of all these people, these are some of the best people. If I want a good vibe, you know, from a side I'm not really agreeing with all the time, I listen to a little Farrakhan, okay? If I'm trying to hear a vibe that like might be mean and stuff and might say things I don't agree with, but it's like talking about some real stuff too, I listen to Alex Jones. If I want a celebrity who's going to actually keep it real and not be a fake puppet who just goes along with the storm, she goes liberal whenever it's going conservative, she goes conservative whenever it's going liberal, I listen to Roseanne Barr. I don't listen to these other celebrities. So, what do you know? The Christian, the Jew, and the Muslim who are talking out and talking some real stuff, they all don't have a platform now. I see the whole thing. Julian Assange, he had one of the best Twitter accounts on Twitter. I didn't always agree with what Julian Assange had to say personally. His publishing record is flawless, but his opinions are his opinions. But he's also like one of the most intelligent, fair, and balanced people out there. So it's like now you're deleting a fair and balanced news source. You're, you know, Julian Assange, one of my favorite people to follow on Twitter, because I could read you know, it's not taking away from what you're doing. I could read Jake Tapper, and then I could read Julian Assange, and then I could make my own informed opinion about who's telling the truth. But now when you delete Julian Assange and say, ooh, this is who Julian Assange is, you're being a fascist, and I'm tired of it. I don't care if it's Assange. I don't care if it's Alex Jones. I don't care if it's Trump. I don't care if it's Edward Snowden or, Chelsea Handler or Chelsea Manning. I don't care if it's Alex Jones and Infowars. I don't care if it's left-wing people that I don't agree with. Stop taking their platform. And we're going to do a sing-along edition of Bill Withers' Lean On Me Censorship Edition. Enjoy. Sometimes on the internet, we all get censored. We all get shadow banned. But if we are wise, we know that we can defeat the corrupt tech companies who try to delete history and do exactly what the Nazis do, but claim that everybody that disagrees with them is a Nazi and never let them win and stop making them censor Roseanne and Alex Jones and Julian Assange and everybody. Lean on me when you get banned. I'll be your friend. I'll help you get your account back because they're literally acting like the Nazis, and a lot of the Nazis during Operation Paperclip just came to the US, and that's just a fact I read. But if we are wise, we know that they won't win because Trump's president and the globalists finally lost, just like Alex Jones said they were going to since 1990. That's why they don't want him on YouTube. Yeesh. So that's the that's the Lean On Me Censorship Edition. God bless Alex Jones. God bless Julian Assange. God bless Louis Farrakhan. God bless Roseanne Barr. God bless Edward Snowden. God bless Chelsea Handler. God bless her. God bless Chelsea Manning. God bless Peyton Manning. God bless Jerry Jones. God bless Colin Kaepernick. Let Trump be Trump. Let Colin Kaepernick be Colin Kaepernick. Let Louis Farrakhan be Louis Farrakhan. Let Roseanne Barr be Roseanne Barr. The list goes on. Let Julian Assange be Julian Assange. Let everyone be everybody. Stop censoring these pages. Stop deleting videos. Stop rewriting history. Stop manipulating the dictionary. Stop fixing and rigging the algorithms. Stop demonetizing our videos. Stop taking our money away. Stop redistributing your budget to give millions of dollars to mainstream media outlets when you already rigged the algorithm for it. Stop. So I'm gonna chop that up and just put that whole song on YouTube as well. We got hits on hits on hits. People said Anomaly, don't filibuster, it's gonna go too long, but this is how I'm operating now. Another gem that people always, Anomaly, I'm just dropping gems. Just pick a few up, leave the ones you don't want there, and then we'll all take a nap. We'll wake up tomorrow and you drop your gems in the comment section. It's all love. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna chop this into like 5 or 6 videos. I did it on Friday. I do all my own stuff. So I live stream on Facebook. I'm like, hey, I talk about this, and then I chop it into 5, and now I'm crushing it on YouTube. I mean, this is like the type of stuff, if we work together on marketing, you can go to my website, legendary.vision. I would help your company do stuff like this too. I mean, it's not always that easy, but it's like then it's like 50,000 views on YouTube, 20,000 views, 10,000 views, 5,000 views. Now I'm going on YouTube. So now if they're like, oh, Anomaly's only on Facebook, now I'm going all over YouTube. Now I'm on Instagram. I'm not trying to be everywhere, but I'm everywhere. That's why people on the red carpet, they try to throw me shade. Not really, but they're like, oh, where can we find you? Actually, to be honest, that's not really throwing shade at all. That's kind of just like a normal question. But I was like, I didn't feel like plugging all my social media. So I was like, you're gonna stumble across my video even if you don't want to. I was like, you probably already seen it. It's probably gonna creep up on you on your Facebook at like 11:30 at night when you don't even want it. So I was like, don't ask me what my name is. Don't ask me where you can find my videos. You're going to find it even if you don't want to hear it. That was like my message, because she was like, you know, probably like didn't want to hear it, but I'm like, you're going to hear it. I'm sorry, it's going to happen. Just like you were going to hear Alex Jones before they deleted his whole channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because I'm always very, very, you know, I don't say a lot about Alex. I don't say a lot about Infowars because they're so controversial, and they do, to be honest, I do think they make a lot of factual errors, because he like free flows for like 4 hours, and he'll say things that are a little off sometimes, and sometimes he'll say things that are totally off. But overall, he's not like a horrible guy. I don't think he's a bad guy for society. He might be mean. He might be rude to people that I'm not rude to. But, you know, I just say let him be him. At least delete 1 or 2 videos. Delete 5 videos if you really want to be kind of fascist. But to delete his whole channel, 1.5 billion views, one of the biggest YouTube channels, and it's a coordinated effort. This is not just like it's think about what they're doing. Purging people off of networks. So simultaneously, Alex Jones was on Spotify. He was on Apple iTunes podcast. He was on YouTube. He was on Facebook. It was a mass delete. Like San Francisco thinks they're God. They think they're the gods of the universe. They're like, if you don't like soy in your lattes, if you don't support Hillary or maybe Alexandria Cortez, if you like being a man and being the guy that women want to chill with and not us, then maybe, you know, you need to go offline. But we can be hateful, we can be racist, we can call for your extinction, we can make genocidal threats, we can punch you in the face, we can not let you in restaurants, we can literally act like it's the 1940s, but how dare you disagree with San Francisco, then we need to delete all your networks. I mean, yeah, we get it. Alex Jones said some things that were super wild. Delete the video. Go to court with him. Call him. Talk to him personally. Hey, Alex, yo, what's up with this video, bro? Put him on the spotlight. Put him on the news like even Megyn Kelly tried to do. Just be like, hey, this is when I don't agree with Alex Jones, I'm not going to delete all his videos. I'm going to be like, you know what? Let me talk to him. Let me call him out. Let me ask what he's asking. But I can't get down with this type of mentality. And I'm not even trying to be mean to people in San Francisco. But at this point, you are starting an information war. And I don't like to use the term war because we're not at war. We're all brothers and sisters. We're all Americans. We're all people trying to do the right thing. I know people in San Francisco are trying to do the right thing. I know liberals and progressives are trying to do the right thing. They think they're helping people by deleting people. I get the mindset, but it's gone too far. Deleting Alex Jones is the next level. It's not disliking Alex Jones. It's not discrediting Alex Jones. It's not suing Alex Jones. They deleted his whole channel. They silenced Julian Assange's entire Twitter. I haven't talked about it this month, but it's a big deal. Julian Assange had one of the best Twitter accounts out there saying the realest stuff, and then they took his internet away. He's been locked in an embassy with no crimes committed for years, and Pamela Anderson always visits there. Very interesting, but that's a little fun fact. And now he has no internet, and now they're going to kick him out of the embassy. What are they going to do to Julian Assange? Someone said, I hope Alex Jones sues them all. He probably will, or Julian Assange. They probably will, and Alex Jones probably wins a lot of lawsuits. He probably doesn't lose that much because they sue for things that aren't real. But Julian Assange is going to get out of the embassy soon, and what are they going to do to him? Are they going to throw him in jail are they going to put him on trial? Are you going to put Julian Assange on trial but not even give him a Twitter to say his piece? You take Julian Assange's Twitter out and say, oh my God, we say this and everyone who disagrees is a Trump supporter racist. And you're like, so you censor the opposition and then say what they said even though they never said it. And then this is where we are. I'm like nearly hallucinating. I need more coffee and water. I'm not really nearly hallucinating, but I'm getting a little weary. I mean, I don't know how people do this. Like Rand Paul, like filibusters for, 5 hours or 6 hours. Like at what point does he like start playing Frogger or like like Candy Crush or something on his phone? Like how do you just talk for 6 hours? Especially, I'm at least talking to you guys. I mean, I guess it'd probably be better in person, but how do you talk to like a bunch of senators who aren't even paying attention? I might just honestly end the filibuster early and just start throwing these on YouTube and do other videos, maybe do a whole video on this. But if you want to, for the last like 10-20 minutes, if you guys want to ask questions, any questions you have for me, if you want to keep it on this topic, that's fine. If you want it to be about something else, that's fine. But this live stream, once again, this is just to show support for the platform of Alex Jones, and to show support to Alex Jones. This is a live stream to show support for the platform of Julian Assange, for the freedom that every American and every person in the world enjoys of what are they really doing. This is for Roseanne Barr. This is for Louis Farrakhan. This is for everybody that's being shadow banned and censored and deleted videos. That's an extreme. That's why I'm so out there today. But that's what this is for. Thank you guys for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed the song, and hopefully you enjoyed the whole live stream. But we'll do a question and answer for 10-20 minutes or so. And I like to do that, especially to people that waited this long. First off, I appreciate you majorly, and now we can communicate. Have you ever heard of Politically Incorrect by Tom MacDonald? I have not. If you'd like to use a good search engine, use DuckDuckGo. I stopped using Google. Yeah, I use DuckDuckGo a lot. It's just Google is just like, certain searches just seem a little bit more on point, but like DuckDuckGo is really getting there. It's at the point where I'm using it more and more and more. Will you run for office, please? We honestly need you in government. Nah, I'm better suited here. I'm like, think of me as an energy provider, because I just want to, at least for now, maybe eventually, but I want to just like give everybody good energy. I want to like help out, I want to do my thing, and I want to be nice like to people, on both sides. I want to show them love too. I don't want anyone to really hate. So I'm trying to boost the liberals and the progressives. I want everybody to win. I know everybody's good people. So on that note, it's like there's too much bad energy in Congress, and too much low energy crab-like mentality, lawyer, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to keep it simple for now. I'm young though. I'm 28, so I'm not like, I could run in 10 years and I'd still be one of the youngest people in government. So I don't want to be, I don't think I'll ever be, but to be honest, maybe by the time I'm like 60, if I hopefully last that long, and there's like spaceships and stuff, that maybe we'll figure it out. But I don't want to run for office. I don't know, that's not a thing. Tom MacDonald has a song, White Boy, where he calls this stuff out. Oh, that rapper. Yeah, the white rapper with the tats or something. I have heard that song. That song is a really, really good song. I was really, really impressed. I'm very, certain rappers don't impress me. Even white rappers. I think a lot of white rappers are pretty corny. But like, man, that Tom MacDonald White Boy song, that's a good song. Shout out, if you talk to him or something, say Anomaly's showing love. Say Anomaly, Anomaly knows you're a real vibe creator and a legend. So that's a good song. So I noticed that your post on 2.2 ton kilowatt explosion, you took it down. I don't remember if I posted something about that, but any post I took down, I think that one, I timed it the same time as another one, and I had it scheduled and I didn't know, and then I posted one and it posted within 2 minutes, so I just deleted that one. So I didn't mean to. I'll post it again, or it got lost in the sauce, but not everything stays all the time. Certain things are temporary, certain things aren't. Hi Peyton, hope you are well. Peyton is a real deal from Walkaway. I didn't see what Peyton said, but God bless you and whoever said that. You would make a great governor for Cali. Sheesh. And that's the type of stuff where I look at certain things and I'm like, you know what? If I was the mayor or the governor, this stuff would not fly. I think that stuff, I'm not there, but it's like, I'm also not like, I'd have to be somewhere for a while and really be the head of their community. Like I'm not trying to front and be the head of a community I don't really feel I'm a part of. So it's like I would have to really feel like the leader of that community to run there. And I'm not there, and I'm definitely not old enough. But at a certain point, it's like I'm not allowing the nonsense, for sure. Mia Carla, I'm Mia from Walkaway. Send me a video, or I'll check it after. Or maybe I already posted it. Let me know too, especially my email, because I can't check all my Facebook messages, but if there's ever I credit everybody. On my World Cloud page, 150 million views. I've literally helped multiple people get extremely big. I try to credit everybody. I made that page as a way to share good people, but also give them credit and blow them up. And it's worked really well, because a lot of people will steal your video and not put your name on it. If I ever use you in a video, let me know. And if you have like a walk away or something, maybe Twitter is probably the best place to tag me in it. But I'm always looking for people on the rise. And if I already put your stuff in there, let me know. I'll put your name there in a second. Get people to know what it is. I'm just trying to have everyone win. And certain people, I don't put their name until I know them. Like some people are like, I don't want my private personal stuff. But it's like, so just let me know. Oh, you did amazing. I emailed you before. Thank you for taking the email, by the way. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, to be honest, most people I remembered if we had like a conversation. I remember, I have a really good memory and I remember everybody, but if it's just like a quick email and we didn't get that into it, I probably don't, because I answer like thousands of emails, literally. It's crazy. And I used to answer Facebook messages, but now I get literally almost like 100 a day. It's ridiculous, which is amazing, but it's like I can't, and I'm my own manager. I'm my own video editor. It's really, I spend so much time. When I step back, I'm like, wow, I did a lot. Not to like boast for myself, but I'm so in the zone, I don't realize I'm doing like 20 things at once. That's why I got to drink I got to drink 3 drinks because I'm doing the work of like 15 people. So that's why I got water, coconut oil, sometimes I got kombucha, I got coffee. Someone said, what do you think about Isaac Cappy? Would you interview him? Yeah, possibly if the situation was right, I would interview him. I think he's got an interesting story. Isaac Cappy was on Alex Jones's platform before they deleted it. You know me, I love and listen to everybody. So it's like, of course, I'm not going to censor, block out voices. If the situation was right, I'd do an interview. But to be honest, I did an interview with Roseanne on her channel, but I don't really interview people. I do podcasts, and I'm not even doing that many of them. So I probably won't interview him because I don't interview anyone. And if I did, there's a lot of people, to be honest, that I want to talk to that like are doing legendary stuff. But to me, I want everyone to have a platform. I think Isaac Cappy seems to know some stuff and say some things. So it's like, he put his life on the line, his career on the line to make accusations. So I'm not the police. I'm not a whistleblower. To be honest, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody doing that type of stuff that Isaac Cappy's talking about. If I knew, then it's on you to be like, oh, am I going to tell someone or am I not going to tell someone? It's a tough decision, but I think if what he's saying is true, he made the right decision. You can't really hold that stuff in. So, I don't think I'm going to interview him, but, much love to him, much love to everybody. I think, as always, the truth is going to come out. So it's like, if it's true, he'll make it happen. If it's not, he'll make it, I don't know. It's just, me personally, even certain stories, I go deep as far as I talk about real stuff, but like some people say, Anomaly, why don't you do that and that and that? If you notice about me, I always give people the benefit of the doubt. I understand people don't like certain people, but I do also think some people exaggerate. I'm not saying Isaac Cappy. To me, he sounds like one of the most like chill, legitimate like voices in that direction. But I don't know if it's true or not. So I'm not gonna like promote something that I don't know if it's true, because it's like I could see a picture of somebody or see emails, and trust me, I've seen it all. I'm doing this research. It's not like I don't. Oh, Anomaly doesn't believe or this. I don't know. I've seen all the evidence. I think there's a lot of evidence in a lot of areas that certain people aren't exploring. I think there's a lot of evidence in a lot of areas, and I think nowadays a lot of people are exploring. So it's like, it's all happening. It's beyond me. I don't know anybody doing that type of stuff that Isaac's talking about personally. I've not seen enough proof where I'm like 100% sure. I'm a skeptic about everything. So I'm like, yeah, wow, that, you put 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 together, you want to say it equals 5, but somebody's got to come with the proof eventually, and somebody's got to really take a stand. So, I got love for Isaac, I got love for everyone, but, certain people with certain narratives, I'm not saying him because he's new and I don't know him really, but, certain people with certain narratives, they drag out for like years, where it's like, it's like Mueller investigation, it's going to happen any day. And then you have, people like Kim.com who's like, I got inside information, I'm releasing it tomorrow, and he never releases it. And you got people, Corey Feldman, I'm going to make a documentary, I need $10 million to make it, and it never happens. So it's like all these people are saying all these things, whether it be Democrats and Republicans or whistleblowers and leakers and people on inside information, but no one's really showing the juice. So that's why I'm not really involved in the stuff. I'm not interviewing people. It's like, if you got the juice, show it. If you don't, don't. And I do think there's a lot of people as well that they overstep. And this is one thing I want to say real quick before I go into something else. You got to understand, if you connect too many dots and connect fake dots, you're actually doing disservice to the real stuff. And a big problem that's happening is people are connecting like every dot. Like if someone has a picture with someone, they say, oh my God, they have a picture with them. They must be involved in every evil, terrible thing they've done. I mean, I have pictures with people at parties that I don't even know. I've never been to their house. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they do in their personal life. I might like them or have seen a video. I might really not even be a huge fan of them, but we took a picture, you know, because I'm a nice guy. And so it's like, that's one thing I will say in that movement that I think is a little off-putting to me, is that people are doing too much dot connecting. There's enough dots to connect. You don't gotta reach that far, because there's so much evidence out there in certain areas where it's like, just talk about that if you really want to talk about it so bad. But people are like, oh my God, Oprah's in a picture with her and there and there. It's like, do you know how, if you're a celebrity, do you know how many pictures you take with everybody? Oprah's taking a picture with everybody. I'm not saying she's not a part of it. I'm not saying she's a part of it. I have no idea, to be honest. But it's like, people are like, oh, the picture narrative, that narrative needs to go. Like, and people do it on both sides. Oh, she took a picture next to Louis Farrakhan. Oh my goodness, she's a black supremacist. It's like, I don't know. I just find that kind of corny. So that's a long answer, but I had that side note of like what I really, you know, about that movement. It's like, just because someone says something that you want to believe, I'm a skeptic of everything. So it's like, you know, when we know, we'll know. That's how I feel. It's like at a certain point, if it's real enough, people will find out. If it's not real and it was a lie the whole time, people will find out. It's, you know, I don't fight reality like that. So I'm not a hater, and that's just a long answer to how I feel. What do you think about Diamond and Silk? I think they're amazing. I think they're very entertaining. I think they're very on point. I think they're very unwavering. I think they got it all. They're superstars. Diamond and Silk are probably crushing it. Probably they're rock stars. Like what's not to like about Diamond and Silk? Even if you don't agree with their political views, like why are you gonna hate on two women who are revolutionizing news industry? Like, you know, Alex Jones revolutionized the news industry, whether you believe it or want to believe it or not. Joe Rogan revolutionized podcasts and you know, interviews. Whether you like Joe Rogan or not, you gotta understand that. You know, on that note, Diamond and Silk are, you know, part of that revolution. There's things that I've revolutionized. There's like people are Diamond and Silk being that funny, and that their style is so unique as far as news analysis. It's like real, you know what I'm saying? It's like their truth in a blunt, real way, similar to like how Trump talks, just to the people. Like you don't need a dictionary to listen to Diamond and Silk, because they're speaking like they're at the dinner table with you, but they're funny and they're real and they're, you know, smart. I mean, they got it all. Wise, very wise. How could you not like Diamond and Silk? I mean, when people hate on Diamond and Silk, it's like, come on, don't play yourself. I think you're probably more fair and balanced than Diamond and Silk. Oh no, I'm definitely more fair and balanced. I'm not hating on Diamond and Silk. I'm not saying that like they're not fair and balanced, but I would say it's like that's almost completely true, because they, you know, they're 100% Trump, 100% Republican, 100% like narrative of like that narrative, which I agree with a lot of it, to be honest. So I like them, but I don't think they try to do this type of news that I do. You know, they're not hitting it from that angle, which is fine. But that's why when you hear me talk, you know, I don't hate, like, why are you gonna hate? Like, okay, that person's more fair and balanced than that person. That's fine. And that's why everyone plays their part, and that's why you don't censor certain people. Okay, because it's like it'll work itself out. And that's why they're censoring, you know, left and right wing people who are sticking out. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you. Thanks for sticking around, guys. We get to have a question and answer since you guys are all, you know, sticking around. You stick with me, I stick with you. Question and answer for anyone who just came in. Just ask something and we got it. Someone said hashtag Infowars. Yes. What is your plan if they take you off? I have an email list. I don't have all the people on it, but check out at the top of my page. Pinned to the top of my page is my email list, my Patreon, my donor box, my YouTube, like all my links, my website link. You can contact me. So check the pinned post at the top of the page. It has everything you need to know about me. But sign up to my free email list. It's 100% free, and I have a good amount of people. So if they do that, I started building the email list. I have other networks. I'm hoping that people like myself stand up for me if that happened. But I don't think I'm gonna get censored, to be honest. Like, I want to, I mean, eventually, what I think is going to happen is these companies like Twitter and Facebook, they're going to realize they need Anomaly. They need me to bridge the gap. They need me as the person of like, okay, we know Anomaly's not racist. We know Anomaly's not a bad person. We know Anomaly's not hateful, but we don't understand what he's talking about. And that's when I say, Jack, you know, Mark Zuckerberg, my brothers, my sisters, literally, like, I'm not here to destroy you. I don't hate you. I love you. I know that you're good people. I know that you're trying to help, but you got to stop burying my brothers and sisters who like Trump. You got to stop burying everybody that's a different color or ethnicity than you that doesn't feel how you feel. You got to stop burying the story of real immigrants that you guys never tell. So eventually, I don't think they're going to censor me. I think eventually they're going to realize that they need me to, you know, reach the people. And they're failing and losing all over the world. They're losing elections. Why do you think they're kicking Alex Jones out? They're kicking Alex Jones out because they have an election coming up, and they're so desperate to win because they're losing everybody. They're losing black people. They're losing Latinos. They're losing white people, white women, the white women that they hate so much all the time. It's like, how nasty could you be? But anyway, they're losing, so they're not gonna win. This is not gonna work for them. It's backfired everything they did. This Alex Jones thing's gonna backfire tremendously. They're eventually gonna realize that they need us, and they're not gonna go that far down the rabbit hole. We're gonna take a stand. Not political, but thoughts on extraterrestrials. Do you think they're here already? What do I think about extraterrestrials? I'm skeptical. I mean, I think we're all living our own realities. I think we have different perspectives. That's why I'm not so hateful, because like some people literally are living in a different reality than you are. Sometimes I joke about it, sometimes it annoys me, but you can create your own reality, I believe. Like, not totally, like the walls are going to start shifting, but I mean, if you do enough of certain hallucinogenics, the walls might start shifting, but they're not really shifting. In general, what I'm trying to say is, I think extraterrestrials totally could exist. I think they could not exist at all, but I think there's a lot of evidence that I've seen from like official documentation and people who have worked in high-level places that we already have unidentified flying objects. Either they're getting really near our planes, either they're like Chinese or Russian or, you know, another military's like, you know, weaponry or some sort of spying vehicle, or it's an extraterrestrial from another, you know, universe or another planet that we don't understand. And I also think there's a lot of evidence that have been given by people in British situations, high-level British situations, where they said that, you know, alien or some sort of extraterrestrial life force has shut down nuclear plants, so that like extraterrestrial forces are shutting down nuclear plants. I don't know how accurate that is, but I heard it from someone high level, not like to the side, like literally on YouTube. So it's like it's out there. Someone sat in front of the Canadian government and talked about their time, or maybe it was Canada, not Britain. I don't know. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I mean, extraterrestrials, I think so. I think there's definitely a bigger story that's being told. I think there's an energy and a force and a whole, this is why, like, when I talk about the matrix or the system, like, you know, some people are just lost. Like, they're lost in a hamster wheel. They're lost in a maze. And there's a big maze out there for everyone. And it's, you know, I think a lot of people pretend like they know it. And it's, you know, I'm humble enough to know I don't know the whole story. That's why I try to stay chill. But extraterrestrials, probably a whole different reality, dimension, and other things that a lot of people don't even understand, but a lot do. I think it's all possible, and I think it's all unfolding, so we'll find out. What do you think about what happened to Tommy Robinson? I mean, it's simple. Tommy Robinson is saying things that the British government and the global powers of, you know, false liberalism / you know, left-wing totalitarianism, similar to what I'm live streaming about, they don't want him to have that perspective. So, do I agree with everything that Tommy Robinson's ever said? Probably not. Have I seen everything he's ever said? Not at all. Have I seen a lot of things that he said? Not even. I've seen very few clips of him, but I know in that situation, he was talking about grooming rape gangs, and I don't think the media wants to cover those rape gangs because it's not part of their narrative, because the people doing the raping are not the people they ever want to point the blame on. And they pick in their mind, instead of like the mentality of, you know, holding everyone accountable of all races and religion, their mentality is, you're the good guys no matter what, we're the good guys, you're the bad guys no matter what, and even if people on our side rape people, we don't want to talk about it because it's racist or it's xenophobic or whatever. So I think that's the true core there. Yes, he has police things. Yes, he probably does dumb stuff that I wouldn't. I'm not saying like he's dumb, but he probably does stuff that I wouldn't do, that maybe he did that he should get arrested for. I don't know. I'm not saying I know the whole story, because it's like I don't. That's why when you hear me, you have to understand, I carry myself a certain way. Like someone at a rally or something, they get punched in the face or something happens. I wasn't there, so I don't know. I don't always play the victim card, even when it happens. Oh, they got thrown out of a restaurant. They did this. I wasn't there, because sometimes people do dumb stuff and they're loud and annoying and they draw a lot of attention to themselves. And then they say, oh my God, it's racism, or oh my God, it's because I'm conservative. You know, I think there is people doing that stuff as well. That's why I try to take a step back and I'm like, I don't know, I wasn't there. But at the same time, I think Tommy Robinson is a voice that people need to hear. He shouldn't be censored. He definitely shouldn't be jailed. And I think what's going on in Britain and Germany and other places is insane. Hate speech turning into arrest, turning into jail time, turning into like being imprisoned even when you're not really even guilty yet. I mean, are you kidding me? God bless Tommy Robinson, and God bless his haters. They need these blessings more than he does. Someone said thoughts on QAnon. I actually might live stream with Jordan Sather on YouTube later today. I had a big debate about QAnon because Jordan Sather is like the #1 QAnon person, and he always shows me love, and he has a lot of very intriguing stuff on his page, Jordan Sather. So I follow him and I like to see his perspective. But we disagree on QAnon. I'm not like a huge fan. I don't think I'm not like the people, oh, it's 100% fake. It's all fake. I'm not like a hater like that. I'm not like, oh my God, shut up, don't look at it. That's what some conservatives are doing. I think it's weird, and most liberals are doing. But I'm skeptical. I don't know. I'm not as impressed as they are, to be honest. I read them. It's great. It's good stuff. But like I said, I've been listening to people talk about similar stuff for 10 years. You talk about Alex Jones getting deplatformed. Alex Jones talks about a lot of the stuff QAnon talks about. He was talking about in 2007. And a lot of people who like QAnon say, oh, we don't like Alex Jones. It's like, really? A lot of that material is like leftover material from Alex Jones. Some of it's new, some of it's some good predictions, but it's like, how are you going to hate on a real person and be like a super cult-like fan of a non-existent, like anonymous 8chan message board? So I'm not hating on it, but I am, and this is where I'm different. I know Q people love Q so much, they say, Anomaly, we don't like you anymore, whatever. I haven't been unfollowed, and then people said sorry. But in general, I'm going to have a conversation. I'm going to have a debate, the type of debate mainstream media should have with Jordan Sather. And I'm going to call out all the things I don't like about Q. He's going to call out all the things he does like about Q. And, you know, that's what it's about. I want him to show proof. He's going to do it because he likes my stuff, and I like his stuff. So it's like, it's all love. If you want to talk about Q, me and Jordan Sather would probably be the biggest Q debate in Q history. If we pull that off, God bless Jordan Sather, my brother. We're about to make a smash hit. So someone said watch Death of a Nation. I already did. I was at the premiere with Dinesh. I got invited by Brandon Straka. I didn't even know about it. And Brandon said, hey, Anomaly, I appreciate you, my brother. Like, do you want to go to the Death of a Nation premiere with me? I said, for sure. We met up. We chatted, you know, had a legendary night. Watched the movie. Very, very interesting stuff. Death of a Nation. Go see it now. In stores. In stores now. I think it got 2.1 or 2.3 million box office revenue or something, or sales. 2.3 million for a documentary of that size. Pretty incredible. The news is hating on it, but I think those are good numbers. I have the #1 Death of a Nation review on YouTube. If you search Death of a Nation movie review, mine comes up first with like 40,000, 50,000 views in like a couple days. So I'm everywhere, but I'm nowhere. Someone said, say Q again. Why? In stores or in movie theaters? In movie theaters. When are you going to be on Destroying the Illusion? I don't know. I've been here for so long filibustering. I got to message Jordan to see what he's doing, or he messaged you. So I don't know. Ask Jordan, or we'll figure it out later. Probably tonight, maybe. Someone said, knowledge is key. This is real. Knowledge is key. Sunisa, God bless. Thank you. Does Q have the establishment worried? We'll talk about it later. I think he has the establishment worried, for sure. I think he has some conservatives worried, for sure. I think he has some high-level Trump people worried, for sure. And I think there's a lot of unity, but there's also a lot of division in the movement. So we'll have a convo about that. Sally said, Patriot. Yadi no. Thank you, Patrick. It's good water. It's filtered water. Can't drink it straight from the source anymore. I already did a Q video. Check on YouTube. I already did a whole little breakdown of my thoughts of Q, and people were feeling a certain way from everywhere. So I already did it, and I'm gonna talk to Jordan later. So we're good there. Anomaly. Finally, I got you back, BB. Where'd you go? All the vloggers are worried about video demonetization. Everyone's already getting hit. You gotta understand, all content creators, even the fairest, nicest people that are like anti-Trump, everyone's getting their money stolen from. Why do you think I post donor box and Patreon all the time? Literally, that's changed my life. That's why I'm able to be so effective, because of donor box and Patreon. I appreciate everyone doing everything for sure, but it's those two. If Facebook paid, just to give you an example of how much I'm being not paid, if Facebook paid like YouTube, before YouTube started censoring, I would be making probably like $20,000 a month just on Facebook. I would be making $1,000 a month on YouTube. So I'd be clearing $21,000 a month on social media. My reach, I did the math, because I do digital marketing too, and I'm landing deals left and right, just like trying to really facilitate things. But my reach alone would cost somebody $50,000 to like $250,000 a week to reach what I reach on Facebook. If they pay Facebook, a lot of companies pay Facebook to get reach. It would cost almost $250,000 a week. So I have a multi-million-dollar business that I can't even clear $1,000 a month from these websites. It should be a multi-million-dollar business. And I mean, there's things that I can do. I'm doing well enough to be here, but that's what I should be making, maybe like $40,000, $50,000 through those websites. I make $100 a month. So that's what I could be making to what I am making. I'm not saying I make more than $100 a month or else I'd live on the street. But through those websites, CNN, Fox News, ABC, NBC, BuzzFeed, not only are they getting top priority, so they're stealing my money. They're stealing Alex Jones's money. They're stealing left-wing people's money who tell the truth. They're stealing everyone's money. And then they're giving other news sites a priority. So they're stealing our money and pushing our videos further down. And then they have the audacity to put together a fighting fake news little package and give tens of millions of dollars to these multi-billion-dollar companies that are already prioritized above us in the algorithm. So they're pushing our videos down, they're stealing our money, they're giving more money to the companies that already have the most money and already have high priority, and then they're deleting Alex Jones's videos. This is sick, insane type of censorship. And I don't know if these people know that they're doing it and they're diabolical psychopaths, or if they're really, I tend to think, on a nicer route, that they're really, really lost, really, really confused, really, really hurt, and so hurt, confused, and lost that they actually think that they're helping. I don't think a lot of these tech company people are terrible. I think they're sick, confused, and lost. I don't think they're trying to, but that's what they're doing. It is diabolical. So if I was a gamer and I talked about games and told people, hey, instead of living your life and praying to God and showing love and being a good person and being the change you want to see in the world and making a business, if I just sat there and said, hey, and I'm not hating on video game gamers, it's amazing, you guys are awesome, but if I just played games, I'd have a multi-million-dollar contract with multiple companies because it's a game companies. If I did makeup and I told little girls and boys to wear makeup, I'd have multiple millions of dollars of contracts on the table for makeup companies. If I played baseball or did anything, I'd have multiple millions of dollars. And I'll get there anyway. I'm determined not to like be rich and successful and mean, but to like build a log cabin and, get a hot tub and just chill out and not have to deal with all the nonsense and support my family. But they don't want me to have those type of contracts. So they're not only stealing my money off these networks and making it nearly impossible for me to fund, I get all of my money through DonorBox and Patreon, and I've been very blessed. Some people like Jordan Peterson get like $60,000 to $100,000 from Patreon a month, and Jordan Peterson already makes millions of dollars. I don't even make that money, but I make enough to live and buy things and really do good stuff. Like, you guys are being amazing. But if I did anything that didn't really matter that much, I'd have multiple millions of dollars of contracts. Because what I'm doing is honest, and it's helping, and it's telling the truth, and it's deeper than just materialism or something that doesn't matter, no company wants to work with me. I mean, nobody's going to let me sell soap or do this or that. They don't want to be attached to my brand because it's too controversial. So they stick to their niche markets, games and makeup. So it's like the whole system's rigged against me. And I'm not crying. I'm not here to play the victim. I'm not like, oh, I'm crying. I'm blessed. I do things via like universal energy that like they don't even understand. I'm living an amazing life. This last year, it's been a dream. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm blessed. I can't complain. But they're chopping up my money sources at every single way, and now they're deleting entire videos. This is very, 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 very diabolical stuff. It's very, very diabolical. It's not just Alex Jones. It's not just Julian Assange. It's not just Louis Farrakhan, where they'll be like, yay, if you're conservative, you hate Louis Farrakhan, you love Trump, you love Roseanne, I get it. I'm not here to tell you who to believe or what to believe or who not to be mad at or who you think is dangerous. But what is most dangerous is deleting only certain types of people off of these platforms and making it impossible to not be a money. This is a power structure that wants puppets to be everywhere, and then you get people who aren't puppets on the internet, in the White House, in high-level positions. You have people who aren't puppets now for the first time ever, and it's a slow fascist rollout. Take rid of Alex Jones, more and more and more. Next thing you know, it's nearly a communist country where they have like 100% of information control. They're already almost there. Yeah, they don't have White House power, but once they get it, or if they do get it, combine that. Trump is literally like the arrow that's stopping us from being completely taken over by the tech companies, by the media, and by, foreign and domestic entities that don't really have anybody's best interests at heart. This is what I say a lot in a kind way, and this is what Alex Jones says. Even if you disagree and he's mean and he's nasty and he's wrong about 50 things, this is the message that Alex Jones says, and they don't want that message to exist. This is the message that Roseanne Barr says. They don't want that to be out there. This is the message that Louis Farrakhan says, buried into all the other stuff he says, and they don't want that on Twitter. That's why they de-verified Farrakhan and took his Netflix special away. Netflix is Democrat-owned, basically. Netflix is being run by political, operatives literally now. They're on the board. They're not even hiding it. That's why I deleted my Netflix account. Trump supporters, don't you think they want Farrakhan? Since you don't like Farrakhan and you don't like them? No, they don't want Farrakhan either. They don't want Trump. They don't want... These tech companies are trying to do, and I don't know if they're purposely doing it, but this is the reality that people need to understand. I don't care if you don't like Alex Jones. I don't care if you don't like Roseanne. They're the tip of the spear. They're the most extreme. They're the people who are going out on a limb and saying things you wouldn't say and doing things you wouldn't do, and potentially also maybe making mistakes that you wouldn't make. But if they can get deleted, then who's the next? Oh, Anomaly said that Charlottesville was staged. Even though I never said that, I have a video that says, was Charlottesville staged? And I ask the question, and then I say, I don't think so. I'm not saying someone didn't die. I'm like, literally, like, I'm just like, hey, like, here's things that the news wasn't talking about. Like how Candace Owens, she blew up. The reason she's famous is because she had a Charlottesville video. And she said, I don't hate white people. And that was like the big scoop. It got 26 million views on my page because Candace was like going against the narrative. Like sometimes people need to go against the narrative, not put people's lives at danger, not lie about incidents and stuff, but like question things. And Alex Jones is a questioner, so they use these things. And what's to stop them from going to Jimmy Dore? Jimmy Dore is a left-wing person who I totally don't agree with at all. I think certain topics he talks about are totally lame. I saw him do like a hit piece on Jordan Peterson, and I thought it was super, super whack. He was like, "Ooh, I wouldn't even listen to Jordan Peterson. I don't even know what he's talking about." It's like, you don't know what Jordan Peterson's talking about, bro? Come on. It's really not that hard. It's like basic psychology and like make your bed and brush your teeth. And you have Ron Placone and Jimmy Dore saying, "Oh, I've never listened to him, but if I don't know what he's talking about, I don't even know what he's saying." You don't know how to make your bed and brush your teeth? Like, it's
Jordan Peterson's like your dad telling you to go to bed at 10 o'clock. He's not saying revolutionary stuff. He's like, boys are boys, girls are girls, brush your teeth, go to bed. And this is like human psychology that I studied at Harvard for 20 years. It's like, oh, that's, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I don't agree with everything that Jimmy Dore says, but what's to stop them from deleting Jimmy Dore? I don't agree with socialism, but I like 60-70% of Jimmy Dore's videos. Like his overall message, I don't always agree with, but he'll do some breakdowns. That's good news analysis. Jimmy Dore does really great work. So it's like, do I want to censor him off YouTube? Of course not. I'll be here for Jimmy Dore. I'll be here for Kyle Kalinske. I'll be here for the Young Turks. I'll be here for any Joe Rogan. I'll be here for anybody left wing that I disagree with the same exact way. Because their videos shouldn't get deleted. And if their videos do get deleted, it's probably not because they're super left-wing. It's probably because they're saying certain things that they don't want to be in the narrative. Narrative busters. There's a lot of people on the left that I don't agree with that are narrative busters. And they try to be honest. They might not always nail it in my perspective, but they're making an effort to actually be somewhat more decent than other people. And people like Jimmy Dore and Kyle Kalinske, they literally say that. It's like, Jimmy Dore's like, he says, I'm just a jag-off comedian. And it's like, yeah, he's not claiming to be Cornel West. He's just like, I'm a comedian, and it's great. But he is actually smart. I think he downplays how intelligent he is. Kyle Kalinske, same thing. It's like, I don't always agree with him. Sometimes I think he's corny or annoying, and I think he yelled at me one time on Twitter, like, Bernie Sanders. I was like, all right, relax, bro. But in general, it's like, he's got some good perspective, good opinions, and he says things that bust the narrative, and he'll go against the grain when other people on the left don't want to go against it. So these are the people that I want to be there. I want right-wing people on TV to have a platform and left-wing people. I just want the censorship to stop. And the irony of it is they censor right-wing people the most, but there's less right-wing people around. So it does seem like kind of a purge when there's barely any right-wing voices in the media, and then those are the ones always getting shut down. And then they're like, oh, it's a fascism. It's like, no, you're the fascist. It's not like it's 95% conservative media and 5% liberals. Like someone's like, F Trump. And then you're like, silence them. No one's doing that. No conservatives or Republicans are doing that. But liberals are doing that. There's like 5% to 10% to 15% conservative or like against the grain voices. And they're like, all the left-wing people are Russian. Alex Jones is Russian. And we got to delete his channel. I'm tired of the censorship. I'm tired of the fake news. Trump's tired of the fake news. A bunch of people are tired of the fake news. And my pitch to these people I'm just going to be honest. There's so many people that aren't buying it. It's scaring people away. Trump's black support's up. It's up more than double, almost triple. Trump's Latino support went up 10% when you start talking about the media crisis. There's something you're missing, and I'm telling you what it is. You don't understand the core of the people and the power shift that's going on. And I want people in power to stay in power. I don't want you to lose everything you have and lose support and like lose the White House and I don't want that to happen, but it's happening and it's going to keep happening until you like readjust and stop doing this type of stuff. Censoring Alex Jones and censoring Julian Assange, you're making them bigger rock stars. Now everyone's talking about Alex Jones. They're going to research what he's saying. They're going to give him a chance for the first time. And his message is going to get stronger. So it always backfires. Please stop doing this. Consider it. It's not working. And I'm here to say it. So if you guys would like, we'll go 5 more minutes maybe. This was probably my longest video ever. I just wanted to at least break my own personal record. It's a mini filibuster because I can't sit here all day. Talking about Alex Jones, Julian Assange, Roseanne Barr, everybody getting censored. Left, right, Christian, Muslim, conservative, Republican, liberal. It doesn't matter. I'm not letting people's YouTube channels or Facebook channels getting deleted. This is creepy. This is like 1984 style censorship where you just purge all of their stuff from existence and then you try to knock down statues and like literally rewrite history and write yourself as the good guy when literally like historically that political ideology has never worked and it's always led to millions of people dead. So you're trying to push that like failed ideology. I don't know. It's all bad stuff, and it's just like 1984 style censorship. It's gotten way past the point of too far, but luckily a lot of people are paying attention, and I see a lot of people standing up for Alex. I'm 66, dealt with Vietnam. You're going to face worse. Well, Tim, That's not what anyone's trying to hear. I'm 66, dealt with Vietnam. You're going to face worse. This is also my pitch. I feel what Tim's saying. This is also my pitch to like liberals and people like, you want to drink soy and, you know what I'm saying, like turn in your guns and not do this stuff. It's like, if you want to do that, do you want America to be America? It's like they're trying to turn in all their weapons. Meanwhile, they're trying to turn America into a third world country and say, I love black people and love Latinos. Yeah, great. But like, you're living in peak level humanity. If things do get worse, I don't think they will. I don't hope that they do. But if they do get worse, liberals are going to be the first one gone because they can't take care of themselves. They can't do anything. Their whole life revolves around fake privileges that they made up in their minds, and no one cares about them. At times of war or in times of great conflict, no one cares that you're drinking soy lattes and you think you love people so much. It's not how it works in conflict. So it's like, if you really want to stop a far right-wing person, if you think Donald Trump is bad, just wait till 10 and 15 years. You keep pushing in the wrong direction, you're going to get someone so right-wing, super really racist. You'll find out what real racism is. You'll find out what real sexism is. It's going to happen if you don't change what you're doing. Because Donald Trump is not bad. He's liberal. He doesn't care about gay people. He just wants basic common sense and basic security. And people are free. Oh my God, he doesn't want a transgender movie with Scarlett Johansson. Oh no, he's stopping them from doing one job out of 10 million jobs. It's like, dude, you think that's bad? Just keep pushing the buttons. Keep deleting Alex Jones's video. Keep ticking off conservatives and Republicans to the point of no return. And I'm not saying in a violent way. I'm saying in a strategic way. You're trying to systemically destroy what makes America America and turn us into a third world country where you literally would not even be able to probably survive if America falls that far in grace. And you have Trump trying to say, let's make America great again. You know, like education failing down to 18th. We're losing powerful value. He's trying to make it great. You guys are trying to take him down. And then you act like it's going to be perfect. So that's my pitch to people. I don't want a right-wing person. I want a liberal person that actually has like decent values, like maybe like a JFK or someone like that. But in general, you're not going to get left-wing. You're not going to stop Alex Jones. You're going to get someone 20 times worse than Trump if you guys don't stop it. And that's a warning from my brother from Vietnam, you know, mixed with my own energy. I feel what you're saying, brother, because people are going way too hard, way too far, and they're going to ruin their own liberalism. And it's not okay. That's why I go so passionate about it. I don't want a single person to get hurt. I don't condone violence even remotely. So I don't want America to turn into a pile of straight trash where we get infiltrated, invaded, destroyed, you know, ripped out from the inside out. Because that's the path that a lot of people are on. And they mask their horrible failed ideology and failed psychology in liberalism and social values that they really don't know anything about. What do you think about the Iran sanctions? I have no views. I have no opinions. I don't know enough about Iran economically and our situation with them to really have a full opinion on the sanctions. I'll let Trump be Trump. I'll let Iran be Iran. That's where I'm at with that. Let them do their thing. I trust the president. That's my president. You know, I don't know the full extent, but that's how I feel. I can't speak for or against it. Someone said, you are being censored now, it's lagging. I mean, I'm sure. I've been lagging a lot over the past couple of days. Could be my internet connection, probably is. I got a new phone as well. But, you know, with Alex Jones getting deleted, it's definitely worth looking at. Someone said, most Iranian people are good people. Most Iranians are Persians. I'm telling you, I mean, I just had an Uber driver that was Iranian. He said he couldn't see his father because of the travel ban. But he loves Trump, even though he can't see his family. Supports Trump 100%. Iranian people are good people. And a lot of Iranians here don't feel like the media. I mean, that's what I'm saying. These immigrants, he said, this Iranian immigrant, he's been here for 3 years, and he says, I love America more than white liberals love America. He's like, there's so much nasty and racism. Like, there's so much terrible mentality here. This Iranian man from Iran loved America, loved Trump, and was disgusted. Absolutely disgusted by white liberals and other liberals. I mean, this is an Iranian. You say you care about immigrants so much and people who are Muslim and Christian from other countries, but then you get one who says, I'm disgusted about how you treat your own country and your own president. How come he's not on the news? How come you won't talk to that immigrant? Because white liberals and other liberals think they own immigrants. They say, I'm the immigrant. I'm like, they think they're the slave master. Like, whoopsh, I'm the immigrant. And if whoopsh, Candace Owens, whoopsh, that's why she uses the plantation thing. It's a little bit extreme. But ideologically, that's what they try to do. Get back in line. You have to say what we want black people to say. You have to say what we say immigrants say. I mean, most immigrants like Trump. A lot of Mexican people over the age of 30 and 40 like Trump. Almost everybody's parents that are Asian, oh, I don't like Trump. But does your dad like Trump? Yeah. Does your mom like Trump? Yeah. Are they racist? No. Well, why do they like Trump? Oh, because they love God, or because they're conservative, or because everybody likes Trump. He's not as unpopular as people believe. Spanish people love Trump. Black people, it's almost tripled his support. And immigrants, especially immigrants from Iran and the Middle East and stuff, a huge majority of them probably love Trump too, because they're proud to be here. They worked their behind off to get to America just to see a bunch of white liberals drinking soy coffee cups, complaining about how much they hate the patriarchy, and these people are escaping regimes where you can't even show your face or show your hair outside of public, and can't do anything outside of the government. They come here for freedom, they get freedom, and they see a bunch of you low energy hater, Starbucks drinking cred. I hate being here. No one likes that. It's not an attractive mentality. It repels any sort of successful or decent person away from you. It's not working. That's why it's losing everywhere in the world. Losing. Are today's colleges creating communists? I'll tell you one thing. I met with somebody recently who's in college. We hung out, had a conversation. Starts talking about the Communist Manifesto. I said, we had a debate about it. I like having debates with people. But she said, I like communism. I'm a communist. So a college person getting her degree in college who was upwardly, proudly a communist. This is just something I saw in the last week. So is college creating communists? It did in this situation. Is it leading people away from capitalism? Clearly. Is it leading people towards communism and socialism? I think absolutely. I think the school system is rigged to create globalists and communists and socialists for sure. All right, I'm going to have to end this live stream. I have to use the restroom. Maybe I'll play the piano another time if you guys like that. That was a pretty epic song time. Thank you for joining. Once again, let Roseanne be Roseanne. Let Alex Jones be Alex Jones. The fact that they deleted Infowars off YouTube is disgusting, disturbing. They better re-implement it. They better put it back. If they don't, they have started a battle and they have started a conflict of ridiculous proportions that I don't understand if they know what they're doing. And that's not a threat. It's not any sort of way of physical or mental or I'm not threatening them, but I'm just being honest. As an analyst looking from the outside, you don't understand what you started by deleting Alex Jones' channel. And a lot of people, even activists who hate Alex Jones, are siding with Alex Jones on this one. It's not going to fly. It's absolutely disgusting. Let Alex Jones have a platform, or at least enforce it properly to other political parties. Julian Assange, Roseanne, Farrakhan, we already talked about it all, but everybody, regardless of how extreme their view, you can't just delete their videos, refunnel the money to other people, and just make them out to be these horrible people and don't let them share their message. It's just totally unfair, and you could find all sorts of stuff on Apple on their podcasts that are 20 million times more evil and sick and disgusting, and talking about everything from murder to rape to violence to sexism to racism to xenophobia. It all exists on iTunes. It all exists on podcasts. It's everywhere. But Alex Jones is not allowed to say stuff. Just only him, but everyone else can. It's totally fake. It's totally unfair. I don't stand for the censorship. And thank you guys for joining. I'll be back later. If you haven't, check my video on LeBron. I did a big expose. Didn't really expose anything, just basic news. But talked about LeBron and Trump. It's going off right now. Hopefully, keeps going. If not, not a big deal. Check that video out and please support. Check the top of my page. It's always pinned to the top of my page. Donor box and Patreon. It's all in there in the descriptions. My YouTube channel. It's always pinned to the top, right in the comment section, or in the bulk of the message on the post. Pinned to the top. I always try to pin it to the top of all my videos. So just scroll down, check my videos. Patreon and donor box. I'm funded by the people. They're taking my money. They're giving me less opportunities, and they're now deleting people that are high up on the chain as far as independent content creators who go against the mainstream. So this is a big time. Thank you for everyone supporting. I do more than people even realize, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. So thank you for supporting. Have a good day. I'll be back later or tomorrow.